there's the tile matching mini game where the tiles vanish. There was genuinely a point in like the first week where I legitimately eliminated 8 people in that mini game in one round just by pushing them off the corners. I was the Grim Reaper.
You're like, who needs to win the mini game if you can just eliminate everyone before it's over?
Exactly, toxicity's key, dude. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the HGO podcast. I'm one of your hosts today, Ethan, and joining me, as always, is my good friend Hunter. Hey, Hunter, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing just swell.
Oh my god, the little stingers are in the completely wrong location. Ignore that. It's just, this is a train wreck. We're also joined by Sam. Hey, Sam, how you doing? Good to see you.
I'm good. It's good to be here. Good to be back.
This is a train
Welcome
wreck.
back.
We've had a train wreck of a week, ladies and gentlemen. There's now a lost episode of the HGO podcast. There is a lost episode. It's finally happened. You're now getting a new version of this episode. It's a different topic, but for one reason or another, we've had to very quickly come back and do a different episode of the podcast. So everything's broken. The stingers are in the wrong location. Everything is just a mess, but we're going to get through it. And we're going to talk about multiplayer games, apparently. What was the actual topic? You'll never know. Maybe you'll know.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be next week's episode because we refuse to do the same topic twice today. But you know, it's all good. But how are you doing, Sam? Anyway, you all right?
I'm good. It's good to be here. I'm just hanging out.
Yeah, it's got to be a fun one. I don't know. Will we ever talk about that last episode? One day. Maybe we'll talk about it one day.
Maybe in 2 years.
Maybe, yeah, who knows? We'll see.
Patreon exclusive.
Patreon exclusive, yeah. Put it on HGO Max or whatever, you know. Like, you got it.
Yeah.
Make money from it. It was something. Anyway, regardless, welcome to this episode, the actual episode of the HGO podcast for this week, where every week on every Monday we come to you and talk about everything we love in the world of gaming. You can find us on podcast services such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you name it, we're on it. Just search for Hot Gamers Only or head to Linktree, that's linktr.ee/Hot Gamers Only. Find us on your favourite podcast service. Or go to youtube.com/Hot Gamers Only, where you can look at our stupid faces every week. I've not really got any housekeeping other than, actually, I've got to repeat the spiel. That's the thing, is I've got to repeat everything that I said yesterday. Yeah. This is the worst part. Thank you for having last week be our third best week on podcasts ever. We really appreciate it. After having the previous week be the second best. So we've been on an upswing recently. So thank you so much for your continued support. Any reviews, any feedback, let us know. Leave them either on official podcast services or get in contact with us at hotgamersonly@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Any topic ideas, any suggestions, any tips, any feedback. Send it all to us there. We'd love to hear from you. And then also, or at Hot Gamers Only on Twitter, you can send us stuff on there as well. With that out of the way, Hunter, what's the topic for this week? I need to get back on track.
Favorite multiplayer games is what we've landed on now.
Games. Okay.
This is one that just think at work I was like, all right, if I can come up with enough of these to talk about, then anyone can. Because I'm an antisocial jerk who doesn't like to play games with people.
Yeah. That's true. That's all. Yeah, just smile and nod. Yeah, you're antisocial as hell. But no, it was an interesting one for you to come up with because, like you say, you're not particularly a multiplayer heavy kind of person. I used to be, but I'm not as much as I used to be. And Sam, I don't know, you've dabbled here and there, but again, not massively
much in a while, but yeah.
And Kyle's not here because who knows?
He
who knows
was
what happens
attacked by ninjas.
That's it. That was the bit that we ran with.
That's the story.
That's the story. We got to keep it straight. If that last episode ever does come out, we got to keep our story straight.
Yeah, you got to keep the lore
slots
straight.
in. Yeah, exactly. Slots in exactly. But regardless, so we're going to talk about multiplayer games. We're going to loose term of multiplayer. So it can be online multiplayer, it can be online co-op, it can be local co-op. It's just if you're playing with more than one person, it is multiplayer. Because I know what some people are going to be like. Some people are going to be like, excuse me, that's co-op. I'm like, fuck off. We're struggling as is.
Person, you shut your mouth.
This is our third hour of recording podcast this week, please. You didn't see the first two, so just give us a break. We need something, damn it. We need something, damn it. Anyway, let's start off with you, Sam. We'll pass it over to you. You can start. You're our guest. So go ahead. Where do you want to start on this roller coaster?
I'd like to start with an old classic game from my childhood, a game called Star Wars Battlefront
Okay.
Before
not-
they
for the
made it
PS2.
bad.
I forgot
The
that
the
game
old
existed.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I used to play this game a bunch with my best friend Andrew back in probably like the early 2000s or so. And it's just a ton of fun. It's a third-person shooter in the Star Wars universe. I don't know much about Star Wars myself. I've never watched the movies really, but just as
Blasphemy.
a really fun co-op game, it's super fun. It's like two teams, and I think there's usually like 500 units on each team or something, and you have to like try to make the other team lose all of their forces before your team does. And there's like command points or something too you have to capture along the way.
Yeah, so it's very
And
much there's a load of enemies, whether it's AI or player controlled, and there's some command points. It's basically just it's like 5-point domination. If you play 5-point control or domination on any kind of video game, it's that kind of game mode where if you
yeah,
capture the point, it pushes your spawn up, and if someone else captures the spawn point, it pushes your spawn point back. Is essentially it. You just got to capture as
yeah.
much of the map as possible while eliminating as many troops as possible. I only played the first one. I never played Battlefront 2, which is the one that
That one was
everybody
really good too.
that's the one that everybody loves, and I only played the first one. I did really like the first one, but I never had a chance because I know in the second one you had the option to play as Jedi and
Oh,
Sith Lords,
nice.
so you were able to wield lightsabers and do all kinds of stuff. Whereas in
Yeah, they
mine,
were
it was
really
just
weird.
it
They
was
were
just clone
super
troopers and
floaty.
droids.
They would just like jump around and like you could like fly around the map. It was kind of crazy.
You can tell they were made during the prequel era because everyone was just doing flips and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
All the fancy prequel stuff of
All the fancy stuff.
how many backflips can we do in 20 seconds, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But no, they are super fun games, and I have a lot of fun memories with it, which is funny because I solely played that game as a single player video game. I never played with people ever. I just played against the AI like a sad little loner child that was just like, yeah, boot it up on my PS2, sit there, make sad, lonely noises because I didn't know that internet gaming really happened because it had the LAN port, didn't it? The PS2, so there was
Yeah.
online technically, but I never played it. So I just sat there playing by myself on what's the sky planet called? Do you know in the prequels the planet where there's like the futuristic like kind of buildings on like on like
Coruscant?
Coruscant? That's it. The Coruscant map. I used to play on the Coruscant map like all the time.
Yeah, I think we played on that one a lot too.
Yeah, it was like the best
And
one.
the
It was
one with
great.
the beach, there was like a bunch of water and there were like
Yeah,
little
yeah. I know what you're on about.
huts. We used to play
Yeah.
on that a bunch too. We would use the rocket launcher guys and we would just blow up the Wookiees, like hit them in the feet, and they would roll down the beach into the water.
Oh,
We would just do that the whole
poor
time.
Wookiees.
We were
Feels
very
bad.
rude. It was fun.
Poor.
Oh, man.
But no, it's a great game, and it's a shame that the EA Battlefront games was so unbelievably awful because they really didn't have to do much to make those games good. They could have just literally just made a game like that again in
Mm.
the DICE engine, but they were like, no, we're just gonna make Battlefield, but Star Wars and terrible.
We're gonna make it so bad that Disney does not want to renew our exclusivity deal with the property.
No, feels bad. Only Jedi Fallen Order from EA for a while.
Yeah.
But no, it's a good game. I have fond memories of it. Not as a multiplayer game, but obviously most people. I'm the outlier on that situation. But no, I like it. It's a good pick. Hunter, where are you going?
Oh, I'm gonna go with something that's just a bunch of stupid fun that I've found is just really good to bring up with anyone who's willing to be silly for a little bit. Gangbeasts is really fun and stupid.
Does Gangbeasts have crossplay? Because
I don't know.
It's on Game Pass, and every time I see it on Game Pass,
Pass.
I'm like, oh, I wish it had crossplay because then I could just play it with you for free or something. It'd be great.
Yeah, because it's Gangbeasts, for those who don't know, is like this. I guess it's like a little brawler kind of thing. The objective is essentially to throw people out of bounds, but you're doing it with like these really stupidly physicked guys. I don't really know
Play-Doh
how else to
man.
describe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Play-Doh men. Like just getting them to walk and swing able to like swing punches is a chore in itself, but that's part of the fun, is just how silly it is to flail about and try and assail your opponents.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was
'Cause a lot-
originally published by Double Fine, so it's like you can kind of
Yeah.
know from that it's already going to be an oddball kind of weird game, and it very much is just a load of Play-Doh men naked wrestling each other and trying to throw each other off of cliffs is basically what Gangbeasts is, and it's nothing but
Essentially.
controlled chaos essentially, where it is very much like one of the stages which I love is like there's like 2 glass elevators, and it's
Oh,
just
yeah,
people
that's
jumping from one elevator to another trying to chuck each other off.
Someone always biffs it in like the first seconds and dies and has to watch the rest of them.
Yeah, basically it's yeah, it's just such a goofy game, and it's like, yeah, that's what I love from like multiplayer experiences. There's a lot of the goofiness and just the creativity, and how it is just absolutely ludicrous of how stupid that game is, and it's just like you're fighting with the controls as much as you are against other players, but that's what kind of makes it fun.
For the longest time, I was no good at actually, like, I was good at being able to throw someone else off. The problem was getting myself to not go with them. So essentially, anytime I decided, all right, it's your time to die, I also was like, okay, seppuku. Yes, it's gonna be both of us.
Doing what I used to do with Bowser on Smash 4, just grab people and yeet, like, goodbye.
Yeah, essentially.
One thing I'll never forgive Smash Ultimate for is in Smash in Smash 4 you died both instantly. In Smash Ultimate they changed it so that you die before the person, so if you seppuku them, it counts as their win still, whereas in Smash 4 it counts as a draw because you just grab the fucker and take them with you. But yeah, that kind of energy, I love that chaotic energy, and Gangbeasts definitely has that in troves. It's definitely
for sure
a fun time. Where should I go next? I don't know. Should I go with, should I go with something normie? I feel like I should go with something normie. Should I go with the normie pick? I'll go with the normie pick, dude. I am a person who grew up in the late like noughties, early 2010s, right? So I was like 10 to 12 years old, in that range, right? 10 to 13, 14, whatever. I don't remember how old I was. How old am I? Who am I again? I don't remember. But obviously, I feel like for a lot of us that grew up in that kind of era of growing up around the 2010s, I feel like Minecraft had a big influence on, I mean, it still has a big influence on a lot of 10-year-olds to this day. But I feel like
just since its inception, 10-year-olds have been a perpetual market for it.
I feel like there was a gap where Fortnite in like 2017 to 2019, Minecraft kind of died for a little bit. So there's a couple of 10-year-olds that like broke free of the curse, and then they're back in it again now with all of the
but it was
tragic
also
stands.
their alternative was Fortnite, so it's a new curse.
Yeah, new curse, yeah. Passing the torch, really. But no, like Minecraft is many things, but one thing it is it's a great multiplayer experience. Where it started off as just, I have so many memories of playing with friends just all the time, just booting up into servers, playing the game in its intended way, just in survival, just playing with friends, hanging out, whether it's with people like us on the podcast or whether it was when I was younger, in particular, just playing with school friends and stuff like that and hanging out. There are a load, and I mean a load, of private cringy videos that I made as a Minecraft YouTuber, because little known fact, I did a lot of Minecraft YouTubing back in like 2012 to 2014, which looking back on it, I'm like, why the hell did I do that? That was an interesting thing to do, and all those videos are private and will never see the light of day ever again. Not because there's anything dodgy, just because it's a cringy 14, 15-year-old version of me, and I'm like, get that out of here, dude. I'm good.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's just pure embarrassment for me for the rest of my life if I left those public. But regardless of that, there's just so much, because whether it was survival or stuff like that, there was kind of trends and stuff like that inside the game. Regardless, Minecraft Hunger Games kind of started with the Battle Royale genre before Battle Royales were even a thing, right? All of those creative servers, all of the mini game servers, playing Spleef, playing all these things that just added to it, right? You went to Minecraft was, people always talk about games as a service, right? These games being platforms, which I hate. But Minecraft was essentially that, where you didn't go to Minecraft to just play Minecraft. You went to Minecraft to play survival games, to play Spleef, to build stuff. It was more of a platform than it was just a game in itself. And I feel like for a lot of people, for better or for worse, and as much as people like to shit on Minecraft, I feel like a lot of people grew up and experienced a lot through Minecraft. And it's probably one of my most played games of all time, which is probably why nowadays I cannot play a moment of that game without getting instantly bored. It's like one of those games where I can't go back to Minecraft. I get bored,
like,
even with new updates.
I've done everything.
Yeah, it's like I'll always cherish my time with Minecraft. It was a good run. We had a good run with Minecraft, but I don't think I could ever go and play it the same way again because I did everything that needed to be done with it, and I'm happy to move on, but I'm grateful for the time that I had with it. Go on then, Sam. I've monologued enough.
All right, I guess I'll go with kind of a normie pick too. Mario Party. I think we've all played Mario Party at some point.
Yeah, tragic game.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
From the old ones to the new ones, like they've never really changed. It's always just that, like,
For better or worse, they've never truly changed.
yeah, just
A
going around
constant
that
in
board,
life.
backstabbing all your friends, stealing their stars,
Exactly.
making everyone mauled. That's how the game goes, and it's never a bad time. So
Nah. Like,
Nah.
my first experience with Mario Party really, I played here and there on the first one for the Switch a couple years back, but it wasn't anything too intense. Like just a couple games. And then last year when the other one came out, that was like the first time I'm like, yeah, this is cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Same, that was
I
my
grew
first
up-
proper experience. I played like mini games on Mario Party DS on download play. Because I was a basic broke bitch and all I had on my Nintendo DS was Pokemon, so I had nothing. So whenever my friend used to come around to stay over at my house, we used to stay up till like stupid o'clock, like 4 a.m., just sitting there playing Mario Party mini games on SharePlay, and it was like I was perfectly fine being a shy guy, dude. It was epic, but it was just loads of fun. And then it's like I've seen people play like the N64 Mario parties, but like I say, the true like first Mario Party experience was Mario Party Superstars on Switch, and it's a great
yeah, for
game.
sure.
It's a lot of fun, but man, is it also blood boiling and rage inducing. It's brings out the worst in people. Can say that
It
for
does.
sure.
It's there's so many just hilarious moments that they've had with it, and just it released in October, and like up until a specific instance where I was playing with my siblings during like the holiday time, I hadn't seen a Bowser Revolution yet. I had deliberately tried to incite one because I was the person with the least amount of coins, and then I made it happen.
Oh dear.
I was like, yes. It was also on that stupid birthday cake map that victimized me like the third time that we played. So it felt really good to win.
Dude, that map's something else. Dude. It's like it doesn't matter whether you're winning or losing. You are Britney Spears in that game. You are toxic as shit, dude. It's like you're toxic if you're winning because you want to cause more pain. You're toxic if you're losing because you want to like stop playing immediately and you're having a terrible time. It's like the Monopoly effect where no one wins at the end of the day because either way, someone's coming out of it upset. But it's fun.
Yeah.
If you're not the one person that gets upset, if you're not that one person,
it's a
it's
good-
great. The amount of times
good
I've made
time.
Kyle sad in that game because
When you locked us over on the one island.
When we worked together
Yoshi,
on Kami Island.
dude, Yoshi's Kami
That was a
Island is
great
my
time.
favorite. Is my favorite Mario Party stage, dude. I literally, for those of you, just imagine Yoshi's whatever it is. It's like the Fruit Island one. Just imagine the Thwomps just paying giving them a ridiculous number of coins instantly, so you basically just lock everybody to their side, And then that's it. For the rest of the game, there was like 2 people on one side, us 2 on the other with the star, but just big chilling. It was like, welcome to communism, dude. We're sharing. It's great. We'll make it that expensive you can't spend your coins.
That was
great.
a good time.
It's great. No, fun times. Fun times. Hunter?
I'll just keep with the basic stuff, I guess.
Oh, hell yeah.
And this is more basic in the past year or so, or 2, I guess now. Among Us was one of the first multiplayer games.
Sorry.
It was one of the first multiplayer games in a while that I'd been actually like enticed to play for more than one day and then stop.
Hunter, what's that behind you?
God.
That's just awesome invent. Wow. I'll never get sick of Among Us memes, that's for sure. Definitely never gonna get sick of those.
No, but like, it's an entertaining game if you got the right group of people.
There's a reason it got popular.
Yeah,
and it's like I've played Among Us for over 50 hours, so it's like it's definitely not a game that I'm just sitting there going, only idiots play Among Us. No, because if you get a group of friends together, it is genuinely a fun time. I had a group of friends that I hadn't really spoken to much since we left high school, and we all came together to play Among Us, and we made an Among Us Discord, and for a good 3 months, every like week or 2, we'd come back, we'd go and play Among Us for a couple of hours in a night, and it was great fun. And it came at the perfect time because it was during COVID, and I feel like everybody had kind of been isolated for such a long time. So to have these kinds of moments where you could reminisce with old friends and just kind of bring back old friendships just to ruin them in Among Us was great fun.
Yeah, like the people I played with, we played enough or often enough, and I played like pretty consistently in the ways that I would go about things, that it became pretty easily known that I'm really good at killing people quickly if I am the imposter. And also I don't self-report, so that'd be like an automatic exoneration if I did report a body.
That was my favorite part of Among Us, was playing mind games with people. So it's like, I was like, you start to self-analyze yourself. So I was like, okay, I never self-report. So this game, I'm going to self-report. And it's like, they'll never see it coming. You'll just do stuff like that. And it's just like, you start to build up these kinds of like ID profiles of everybody that you know. Everyone that's in the game, you have got them on a wall. You have got their profile ID'd. And you've got like self-report Andy. If no one dies in the first 2 minutes, Siraj is the person that's the imposter. And I know if you're listening to this, Siraj, that's a call out because that's what you fucking did. You never killed anybody. You let the other imposter do it. Shout outs to you for being a shit imposter. He's gonna hate me for that. Anyway, but you start to build up these profiles where you're like, okay, this person always tries to mind game. This person always stays quiet. This person always does this, and you start to build up those kind of profiles on each other, and then people would just kill you because they're like, this guy always figures it out quickly. So you start to have a hit list of people that you want to kill.
That's the other problem. Is like I'm relatively as like a crewmate, I was relatively good at like deducing things. I'd be like, oh, like someone vented to the med bay and then this person was running away, etc. They're like, oh man, yeah, you are capable of complex thoughts sometimes, so I have to kill you early.
I'm so sorry, it's the only way. You kill
One of my favorite things was an imposter round I got on the Mira HQ where the vents all connect to each other. I straight up was just popping out of there like a ninja, and I got a single round victory.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
It was great. It was in a game against like 5 people or something. So like I was the only one there. But it was one of my favorite things.
Nah. It's a good game. I miss it sometimes. I do miss it.
Yeah.
But it was a good time regardless. I don't know. Shall we let's just keep on the COVID bandwagon, I guess. Let's talk about Fall Guys. We definitely didn't talk about this in the last episode.
No, not at all.
Not at all. Not at all. So I hope you're ready for a retread. No, Fall Guys. I just love Fall Guys. It was great. It was such a breath of fresh air in terms of multiplayer games, where we were so like neck deep in the battle royale genre of just First-person shooter, third-person shooter, area shrinking. Oh, better get the guns. Oh, get your loadout drop. Go to the same circles. Hope you like joining. Are you playing Fortnite? Hope you like watching people break their neck as they do 9 like fucking 360 tower building any percent speed runs as they like make like Dubai in like 30 seconds. And you're just looking up, going, "Holy shit!" Didn't realize I traveled to the other side of the world that quickly. Like, fuck, Fortnite sucks, dude. Jeez. Thank God no build exists now. But, God, so to have all those games where it was just generic takes on the same kind of formula, to have someone basically take Takeshi's Castle and take Wipeout and go, okay, let's do that, but with jelly beans that have garbage physics. You're like, yes, I'll take that. Thank you very much.
Yes.
My favorite. And it just became a really fun game where it's like, at first I was like, I'll play it for a little bit. And I think I've put like 150 hours into Fall Guys total now. And it's like, still, it's not as fresh as it was, but I can still happily play Fall Guys for a couple of hours and just have fun and just see where it takes me. It reinvigorated my passion for multiplayer gaming, and it also, again, speaking of Mario Party, also reinvigorated my toxicity for hating other human beings. I very much embody the grabby Gary mentality of I will shove you off. My favorite thing is now that the new people are in there with free to play. There's the game where you have like the tile matching mini game where the tiles vanish. If it's like, okay, jump on a coconut tile. And in the first couple of weeks, people used to sit on the corners and you could push them off. And everybody learned to not do that on PS4 because you had fuckers like me just pushing people off before the tiles were even disappearing. Free to play. The Xbox and Switch people standing on the corner. Yet. Here I come, dude, running them over, pushing them off. I don't remember if you were playing with me, Sam, but there was genuinely a point in like the first week where I legitimately eliminated 8 people in that mini game in one round just by pushing them off the corners. It was like I was the Grim Reaper. It was like, who cares about the matching mini game?
You're like, who needs to win the mini game if you can just eliminate everyone before it's over?
Exactly, toxicity's key, dude. But it's fun. Man. It's fun bullying little jelly beans. It's fun. What can I say?
Like, it's a lot of the same stupid fun that I got from Gangbeasts when I would play Fall Guys. Like,
oh no, definitely, and they're very much cut from the same cloth. They are very much cut from the same cloth, but it's a ton of fun. And like I say, it's still a ton of fun, and now it's free to play. So if you haven't checked it out, now's a great time.
Yeah, 20 million. A really good move for them, honestly. Going multi-plat and free to play.
Yeah, now 20 million beans are now going free again, and they're all wearing shitty fucking metal like cufflinks with little metal spikes on them because that's the only free cosmetic that they've unlocked. So everybody's got the same. No, not your gloves, Hunter. More something that people would expect you to wear than the.
Oh, like something that's straight up like spiky.
Yeah, the heavy metal spiked cufflinks, like what they're currently wearing, all the little bean edgelords. And my favorite thing is in the 20 million, like thanks for 20 million players, like little poster they did with all the jelly beans in the back. They were all wearing the fucking cufflinks because even Fall Guys had realized that that's all that people are wearing. So it's just a bunch of little heavy metal jelly beans in the background. Yeah. Fun times. I do love Fall Guys. It's a great game. Okay, Sam, what's next?
I guess we could talk about Clubhouse Games.
Oh, yes.
Specifically Ludo.
No.
So I love Ludo because I get to be as toxic as I want to Ethan, and he can't do anything about it.
This is the thing, right? This is why I don't like Clubhouse Games. It's because most games, right? It's like, I'm fine with people being toxic. Like, I'm perfectly capable of dealing with it when it's my turn for it. The problem is it's always my fucking turn. And then you've got people like Kyle who will have one bad game and be like, see, I'm always bullied. I'm like, no, you're not. Be on my fucking end, where everybody and their mum is just going, eliminate Ethan. There we go. That's the primary objective. It's basically a 3v1, where it's like, oh, well, fingers crossed.
Hey, every once in a while, I'll have a game where I just want to make a conga line, and that's all I try to do the entire game.
For those who are unfamiliar with Ludo, by the way, it's like essentially Sorry is the closest analog I can think of to it.
Or Parcheesi.
Yeah.
They're all the same game. for some
But
reason.
it's
Yeah.
part of 51 Clubhouse Games, which is a Nintendo Switch game, which I don't own a physical copy of, actually.
Right.
No. But it's basically just a load of board games and mini games, and they're all toxic and they're all fucking tragic.
Yeah, a bunch of board games and card games that are
Mhm.
a bunch of silly fun. Like, we originally got it for President or whatever it's called, and that was the
Yeah.
Tycoon from the Persona 5 minigame.
Yeah, because Persona
But-
5 Royal had a card game called Tycoon, which I got addicted to. I spent like 20 hours in the Thieves' Den just playing Tycoon to myself. I got all the Tycoon achievements in Persona 5 Royal. And I'll do it again when it comes to next gen in a couple of months, don't you worry. Not crossing that save over, baby. I'm going to do it all again. Another 150 hours. Let's go.
Hell yeah, brother.
But because I liked it that much, we were like, there's got to be a way to play it. And we tried online versions. It didn't work. We tried tabletop. It didn't feel right. And then we tried that one and it didn't work. So we just played Ludo instead. And it's been miserable ever since.
I even made my own cards for tabletop, like the custom president cards that looked like the Tycoon ones from Persona.
Yeah.
I think I still have them.
But no. Shout outs to Tycoon. That's also a great multiplayer game for all you boomers out there who just want to play card games on the porch. Play Tycoon. It's great.
Aside from Ludo itself, we've had a bunch of amusing moments in like Uno and such as well. Just the, a whole circle of +4s and the last guy being owned by the oops, don't have one, can't counter.
Yeah.
That sucks. Pick up half the deck.
I'm going to give a shout out to Uno in general. Also a very fun multiplayer game. Just in general, whether you are playing it on Clubhouse or you're playing the Ubisoft version, it's a very toxic environment that I love to be a part of. Yeah, or at a table. Now, you know what? I honestly think the worst way to play Uno is in person with the actual cards, because that shit's cringe, because it's like, draw. You actually have to physically do it.
Yeah,
Where
actually do it.
in the video game, you just have to sit back and mold and watch the game play out for itself. When you have to draw 12 cards, you just watch the cards pile up and go, shit. You don't have to go, fucking give.
It slowly draws them one at a time for you, and you just have to sit there and watch it go.
Yeah, or you've got the machine spitting them out, or it's like, oh god,
Yeah.
no, not about that life. So, but no, fun games. I do enjoy them. Okay, Hunter, what's next?
No
pressure.
I'll go with Crash Team Racing. It's a fun time for me. I'm thinking specifically more like just the memories attached with the original version for me. I mean, we can talk about both of them. That's fine.
Why?
It's just
How dare you blaspheme on the sacred Wumpa weekends?
But like, I remember a bunch of holidays just spending like, Christmas and whatever, playing hours of the CTR cups with my siblings. It was a good time.
No.
Just always like, sometimes we'd be like, oh yeah, just screw over the AI and try and get 1 and 2. And then other times just shoot missiles at each other because screw you this time, I guess. Either way, it was a great time. And Nitro Fueled was a really good modernization of it. It
was great when the servers worked. That was my main thing. The load times were abysmal, and the servers sometimes like to play seppuku, and it was just like, good luck. But out of the original, I guess out of the trilogy of the new era of Crash with NST, Nitro Fueled, and Crash 4, NST is by far and away not only my favorite of the three, but also the one that I put the most amount of time into, where it's like, I put like 70 hours into NST. I put like 100 hours into Crash 4. I put like 500 hours into NST. And it's all because of that Wumpa
This is like the second
grind.
time you've done it. You keep saying NST when you mean to say Nitro Fueled.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry. I put NST, Nitro Fueled. I hate how they're both called. They both got N in the acronyms. NF, Nitro, yeah, whatever. NF. I put 500 hours. NFTs, yeah. Nitro Fueled 2 would be called NFT if you think about it. Think about it, guys.
No, this is why they can't make one.
That's why they can't make one. But no, I put 500 hours into that. I own every single cosmetic in Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, and I did not give Activision a fucking cent. Fuck you, Bobby Kotick, dude. I got all my cosmetics.
Fire him, by the way.
Yeah.
He got reelected.
Fuck you absolute bastard. I gave you no money. I have all my norms. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, big norm, small norm, and everything in between.
Medium norm.
Orc norm, dude, golfer norm. I have them all. They're all mine. For 500 hours of my life, you two can have all these norms. But no, it's just it was a great remake and just a lot of fun. And I loved all the updates they did. I loved how they added all of the Nitro Kart tracks on top of it. And all the new tracks that they did were fantastic, except for the Spyro one. That one sucked. But all the others, great.
Yeah.
Just a great adaptation. I had so much fun playing it with friends, playing it, fucking grinding Wumpa coins with Kane every fucking Friday night. Like, just whatever we did. Hey, I was unemployed. I had plenty of time.
Jungle Time or whatever it was, that level was the
It was Jungle
one
Bungle,
for a
that was the
while.
first one.
Yeah.
Then it was Out of Time, the classic, where you could just jump around the fucking finish line and just keep lapping in 3 seconds. That was incredible. Electron Avenue, where you played bumper cars. If you rammed each other hard enough off the fucking ledge, it would count as a lap. I have so many memories. Literally every patch was just, how do we break the game this time? And it was just so much fun. And just the mechanics, the blue flame, just everything about NST is just such a fun time. Not NST, Nitro Fuel. Damn it! One day. Okay. Whose go is it? It's not my go, is it?
I think it is your turn. I
think
brought
it
up
is, yeah.
Crash in the first place.
Fine. Let's talk about a little addiction that I had in 2017 through 2019. That was called Overwatch. Overwatch is the most addicted I've ever been to a video game. It nearly cost me my degree. It definitely cost me my social life. And it definitely cost me far too much money.
Oh, no.
Darn you, Tracer.
Bobby Kotick got me there, damn it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, if Nitro Fueled was the game where I managed to get all the cosmetics by spending nothing, Overwatch is the game where I got half the cosmetics by spending far too much money. I think I put like £250 into Overwatch at least, because I know how to spend money. And that's my tip for you guys. If you go to university, especially if in the UK, you get a student loan, right? And, you know, it's great. You have all that money. You kind of have some freedom with it, right? You can do whatever you want. You can go out. You can go for a night out on the town. You know, you can get takeout. You can do all that kind of stuff. Don't spend it on Overwatch. Don't spend it on video games, dude. Because I just saw that money and I was like, yo, it's event season. Any new Tracer skins, boys? Let's go.
Oh, man.
But regardless of my morally grey spendings in Overwatch, it's just a fun game. It's probably the most fun I've had with a competitive shooter. I feel like there are people that are into CSGO, there are people that are into TF2, there are people that are into, not Paladins, what am I thinking of? Valorant. That's the one that I'm thinking of. People are all into these. Overwatch was that to me. It was just such a fun game to play with friends where it was genuinely, for a solid 2 years, it was every night, get home, boot up Overwatch, literally play it for 3 to 4 to 5 hours with my friends, non-stop.
Oh, man.
Shut it down, go to sleep, wake up the next day, and just thinking, oh, I can't wait to play Overwatch tonight. It was like a genuine addiction where I was just having fun. I gave Activision Blizzard money, not because I wanted a better, not because it was pay to win or anything like that, just because I loved playing that game and I just wanted the cool skins because I loved playing the video game. And behind it is just an exceptional video game which kind of fell off quite a bit after 2019, and will it ever recover? Who knows? Overwatch 2 is coming out this October and we'll see it looks like Overwatch 1, and I just want the campaign, to be honest, the story mode.
Yeah.
But I'll never forget the memories that I have of Overwatch, and there's so many absolutely ludicrous games and just stupid memories that I'll always have with Overwatch, and it's just dumb fun. And I just, whether it's playing 6 Torbjorns on Route 66 and winning in arcade, or whether it's just being completely tilted and throwing like every match, is like there's just so much to Overwatch, and I had a blast with it. And again, if Overwatch 2 doesn't hit the same way, I'll be perfectly happy. Same with Minecraft, that I got the time that I had with Overwatch. However, I would like my money back. Never will happen, but I'll never make that mistake again.
Yeah.
Anyway, who's next? Sam, is it you?
I guess it's me.
Yeah.
I guess I'll talk about another nostalgic pick. A game called Gauntlet Dark Legacy for the PS2. A game I played a ton as a kid growing up. I used to have sleepovers with my friend, and we would stay up all night playing this game. It's basically like, imagine Diablo, but like no depth.
Yeah.
Like
I hear you.
it's just killing stuff and going through levels, and like you fight a boss. There's like 8 or 9 worlds or something with like 5 or 6 levels, and you just go through, fight tons of hordes of enemies. There's like a level up system where you can level up your character and they get slowly a little stronger, but there's no like equipment or anything that you need to collect or anything like that. It's just like mindless fun, but it's when you're a kid and you're just like hanging out with your friends, it's like the best kind of game to just relax and just blast
Smash.
through the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's super satisfying. So that was a really fun game.
No.
Not too much more to say about it.
No,
Pretty
fair
simple.
Yeah, I've never played Gauntlet myself, but I've heard a bunch of people say that they really liked it. Or Dark Legacy's the one I always hear things about. Like,
Yeah.
people be like, "Yeah, that was the good one."
I've tried
Yeah.
playing like the N64 one, but it was kind of just a dumbed down version of Dark Legacy. Like they kind of just took everything from the N64 one and made it better for Dark Legacy. And then the newest one that they made was like kind of bad. So I didn't play it too much.
Oof.
Yeah.
No, there was I remember when I was a kid going to like one of my parents' friends' houses, and they had a PS2 because we used to go there like every Christmas. And there was this video game that I don't remember, but it was kind of that top-down perspective kind of beat 'em up game. And the more I think about it, the more I think that was Gauntlet Dark Legacy, because it seems to fit all of the like the kind of like, it takes all the boxes that Gauntlet also ticks. But I've never seen that level that I remember kind of like half like faded in my mind. It doesn't really line up because I haven't seen enough of that game, but I think it is. And from the little I played, it was a good time.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Anyway, Hunter.
All right. Well, nostalgic picks with little in the way of depth. Castle Crashers is a really fun one. For me in that regard. It's another one of those games where really I just kind of be like, if I'm hanging out with someone and we're bored, I'll be like, hey, let's play this. It's one of those it's one of those 2D brawlers, like people are really high on the Shredder's Revenge game that just came out. It's like that, except it takes place in like a medieval fantasy land. It's got a very goofy sense of humor. Some of it doesn't always hit because it was very like 2008 internet kind of humor.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, but also some of it was just it just assaults you with stupid and personality at every turn. So, yeah.
No, I did I've played little bits of Castle Crashers, and it is very reminiscent. It's very nostalgic because it is part of that kind of like Xbox Live Arcade kind of era of indie games where it's like very pick up and play, kind of simple to learn, but it's a lot of fun. And it's like I did have a good time with the little bits that I have played of Castle Crashers. It's a lot of fun. It's simplistic but effective.
It's a weird thing to say too. There's like a crazy amount of replay value in the number of characters you can unlock, which I only really know because I've like passed it off to a bunch of people that when I'm hanging out with them, I'll be like, yeah, play with this guy, see what this gets me.
No, definitely.
But yeah, it's a fun time.
No, I 100% agree. I am trying to think of another game because, oh yeah, I can talk about that. I'm just like, here I am looking at the thumbnail. I'm like, what do I need to talk about, guys? Let's talk about Smash Bros, dude, because Jack's not here, so we can talk positively about Smash Bros. Smash Bros is a fun party game, dude. It's a very fun, just casual to play game where it has that kind of accessibility where you don't really need to know how to play Smash Bros. You can just pick up the game, you can pick up controller, mash the fucking buttons, and anybody can really play Smash. People like to act like it's all about the depth of the video game, but you don't need any depth to win at Smash. You can just mash buttons and find a character you like and just go to the races. Dude. If you want to be Steve in a minecart, you be Steve in a minecart. Don't listen to what the haters on fucking Twitter have to say about you doing that. Just pick it up and have fun. And it's just,
you want to be 3 monkeys bullying a Sephiroth, you do that.
Yeah, exactly. You want to do that? You go for it, pal. No one's going to stop you, especially not me. Just a lot of fun. And I have a lot of memories of just playing, not necessarily the older Smashes, but like with stuff like Smash 4 and just playing that with like my cousins, just having them who don't play Smash, don't really own Nintendo consoles, but having them come round and just pick up Smash Bros. And just play for a couple of hours, and it doesn't really matter. They play with items on, they play with items off, they play like Pac-Land, they do the stupid shit. It's all, it's all good fun.
Yeah, like my strongest memories with the series are associated with like the first 3 of them. Like played the N64 game with my siblings a lot, and then like Melee and Brawl were these games that I remember unlocking just a whole lot of stuff in both of them with my buddy that would come and hang out for like weeks at a time in the summer. It was great stuff. Like the first time I discovered Giga Bowser at the end of the adventure mode, we were like, whoa, it's crazy. He's really big now.
He's a big boy.
They big now? They big now. No, definitely. There's just something about it. There's just something about playing Smash locally or just friends, which is just always a good time. And don't get me wrong, I've had fun playing Smash online too. I've had plenty of fun. But a lot of my memories are just hanging out with like family or with friends and just pissing about. Especially when people don't know how to play Smash. It's almost like there's like a curve of the more people know how to play Smash, the less fun the video game is to play. It's just
like a lot of times it's the less fun that the people that know how to play even have.
Dude, genuinely, the more the more you're just willing to let anything ride, the better the game is. Just let it ride, dude. Just let it.
Yeah, and even like I've been good, or I've been as far as like the friends I have in actual life playing the game. I've been better than most of them, and even then, I'll still like play. I'll just have rounds where I want to just be stupid, like just play as Captain Falcon and spam the Falcon punch, or play as Luigi and just do all of his stupid, goofy stuff, like his running attack and his little missile.
Dude, the amount of times that I have literally just like played a character and just mashed one move, and Jack will get extremely pissed at me going, "You just spamming one move, just spamming one move," not thinking that I'm doing it on purpose just to piss people off, dude. He's like, "Oh yeah, dude, I'm really just sitting there mashing Aegis's side B because I'm brain dead. No, I'm doing it because it's funny to watch everyone mold as she fucking teleports to the other side of the stage. It's funny. I grab you with Bowser because I want you to cry, not because I want you to have a good time." And go, ooh, he's sophisticated when he grabs me and seppukus off the side of the stage. That's
I love hitting people with that move, like the opening move of the game, just unsuspectingly. No one's ready for it.
Dude, it's so good. There's no greater joy in life. There's no greater joy in life when they know that it's over for them. They know there's this realization when they realize, oh no, he's got me. It's over.
Or like Wario and his stupid motorcycle.
Definitely.
It's real fun to just go back and forth on that.
Oh, I love that is one that I 100% spam all the time. It's the fucking motorcycle, dude. Or just like it's just you just pick up on stupid moves where you're like, yes, that is the move that I am now going to spam for oblivion, dude. It's just like that's the move. Just get the spam out. It's like Kirby's little up move with the sword, the just keep doing that over and over again. Or
like going for Ganon's slow warlock punch. Like half the time it will never. Most of the time it will never work. But oh man, the times that you hit like 3 people,
like,
the times that you hit 3 people with it and send them all flying is worth it.
Yeah, when you send them to the Shadow Realm, dude, excellent. Gotta love. Yeah, also gotta love Kirby's down B, dude. Just keep pub stomping them. No one ever gets sick of that. You gotta love it. Just love Min, how you can stand at the side of the stage, just punch him from a mile away. That's always fun. Just there's so much goofy stuff that you can do, and I feel like a lot of Smash is lost on people because they don't just have fun with it at times. It's like, to me, the most boring way to play Smash is in a comp setting where it's basic flat stage Andy with 2 characters that are just kind of strong and you just watch them. I'd much rather watch 4 people struggle in Pac-Land. That's way more funny to me.
Yeah.
But, just the way I have fun with it. But yeah. Gotta love Smash Bros.
Donkey Kong and spiking people all the time.
Oh yeah, I love Donkey Kong's one of my 3 most played characters. Same and like just the number of times I've done silly one time my brother was playing as Sonic and he was like doing some kind of aerial move. I hit him with the fully charged punch like out of the air.
My God.
Final kill. It was like a stand up and scream moment for him. He's like, ah!
Just deleted him.
It was great.
Unless I'm too much of a DLC Andy, I buy the DLC and only use the DLC. It's like, even you do play for the rest of the game as well. I'm like, no, DLC. That bottom line, that's my line. Don't go in the top, especially the middle. Fuck the middle, dude. You've seen those guys? They suck, dude. It's either the bottom line or Ganondorf, and there you go.
Or Ganondorf.
Or King DDD, dude. There's nothing like swinging your hammer around and just hitting people with spikes.
Is fun.
Great fun. Great fun.
Throwing Waddle Dees at people.
We do love Smash Bros. Right, Sam.
Let's see. I guess I could mention Splatoon. I feel like Ethan probably has more to talk about this than I do. But I remember when the first Splatoon came out, I remember grinding it quite a lot, actually, and just like playing it for hours every day, especially on the weekends. It's just like such a good replayable multiplayer game to just hang out with friends, do the turf wars, and it's just a good time.
Dude, I love Splatoon. There's something about its gameplay loop that is just so addicting that they somehow can get away with only having 2 maps in rotation at a certain point. Dude. Like, I'm like, I can't wait for Splatoon 3. It's still one of my most anticipated games of the year, just because I'm looking forward to, especially because now I know we're getting a gang together. We're forming a gang for Splatoon 3. It's like, I know Hunter's getting it, I'm getting it, Kyle's definitely getting it, Jack's getting it. So it's like we're starting to form a squad.
I'm hesitant to get it because I've barely played Splatoon.
Well, too bad.
If you guys are all gonna play it, I'll play it with you guys.
I didn't play 2 nearly as much as the first game, just because like when the first game came out, that was like, honestly, like we played, my siblings and I, we all played it for like the rest of the year, essentially. It was great. But like I got 2, like I got my Switch when Odyssey came out, so 2 had already been out and I was already playing other things by the time I got Splatoon 2.
The problem with Splatoon 2 was when Splatoon 2 came out, Splatoon 1 was only 2 years old. Yeah. And also Splatoon 1 literally had only just wrapped up its content. It's DLC content, like literally like 10 months before Splatoon 2 came out. So I feel like the fatigue was definitely there. There has been enough time between Splatoon 2 now, where Splatoon 2 is 2017. It's been 5 years since we last got a Splatoon game.
Yeah,
if you count
its content expansion stuff ended in
its
2019.
Content stuff ended, And even in 2019, I'd stopped playing Splatoon 2 by like 2018. So it's like, it's been a good 4 years, and I purposely, whenever I have the itch to play Splatoon, I've purposely gone out of my way to not play it and wait for Splatoon 3 because I know that I'll burn out. I'll just play a load of Splatoon 2. So it's like I'm ready to play some more Splatoon again.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm looking forward to it because it's such a unique game, and it's such a fun experience, and they've just constantly gotten better. It's got such a unique kind of personality to it, where there's nothing truly like Splatoon.
Yeah, it's a really cool fusion of a lot of things. Like it's got a bunch of the kind of like skate culture adjacent vibes to it.
It's got skate culture mixed with pop, mixed with like this kind of post-apocalyptic kind of weird creepy aspect to it, where it's like, especially in Octo expansion, where it's just like there's just a load of weird stuff going on, and it's like, hey guys, these are these skater inklings who are living in a world that very much was occupied by humans before this great apocalypse happened, and now only the inklings survived it. And it's like, cool, that's interesting.
Cool, let's shoot each other with paint.
Let's shoot each other with paint, dude. And why is there a cat that determines who wins? And where did the little cat come from if there was only one cat in the first place? Who knows? But no, there's a lot of fun to be had in Splatoon, and especially if you've not played Splatoon before, Splatoon 3 is a great jumping in point. I just hope that Splatoon 3 is coming out at an interesting point where I feel like it's going to overlap with the next Switch whenever that happens, because Splatoon usually gets like 2 years of content. And from the sounds of it, Xenoblade 3's expansion is coming out probably September of next year, which means it's probably 2024 if we get a Switch too, because I feel like they're not gonna chuck an expansion to die. So, and especially because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC is coming out till like the end of 2023 as well, right? So it's like that's gonna end up in that window. I just hope Splatoon 3 is like not just gonna be like a year and then it's like new Switch, new Splatoon 4's here, and it's like the repeat of Splatoon 2.
Yeah.
That's my only hope for that game, is I hope it has content. And just do a Switch 2 and just have it have a patch. Just have it have a patch that makes it good.
Yeah, don't just make it another game that was like a 0.5, really.
Yeah. But no, good pick, Sam. Good pick. We do love Splatoon. Hunter.
Oh yeah. All right. So with multiplayer games, I'd be remiss at this point in my life if I didn't mention FIFA with how much I play it with my older. Yeah, I know, right? Like you recoil.
But plays FIFA. I'm not gonna lie. I've also really played FIFA recently soccer. Because it was free on Plus. Yeah. My friends have always been into FIFA. Yeah.
Yeah, like I've only really ever played it when, hanging out with siblings when he asks to play it, all that stuff like that. But even then, there's still been a load of fun moments across all the versions of the game. Like like a week or so ago, I got this really sick goal with Cristiano Ronaldo from like basically like just past the half line, shooting it as I was about to turn the game off because I had to go do something. I was like, oh, I don't have as much time as I thought.
Mm-hmm.
And just like, he's a lot better than me at the game because he plays it so much more, but I still managed to, win here and there. It's right now we're going through this amusing thing where, because for some reason playing online in the current version of the game, it doesn't let you like settle the ties. And when you play locally, you can play like for golden goal or whatever. It doesn't let you do that online. So now I'm sitting here fighting this record of I've tied with him almost as many times as I've won. And that's more demoralizing than my loss record, to be honest.
Yeah. No, I bet. FIFA is a game that I don't know why it's so simple, but it also elicits the most passionate and angry response from a human being of all time. Like, I thought Call of Duty made people angry, but then I saw FIFA, and I've sat in party chats for years with my friends, hearing them play FIFA, and hearing them scream so fucking much. I'm not talking like obscenities or anything like that. Just literal visceral gut screaming. Just literally like like nothing, like no words are coming out of their mouth. Just literal anger is like manifesting outside of them. And I was like, I don't get it. Literally within 3 games of FIFA, I'm sitting there screaming, and I'm like, what is this? Why? Why am I don't even like football. Why am I so passionate? Why am I screaming my friend's name so aggressively because they missed a shot that I would have 100% missed as well? It's just like, again, it's such a passionate game, for better or for worse, where it's like, oh, I can 100% see why a load of problems come from this game, where a load of people will say horrible shit and do horrible things.
Yeah.
And it's like, I 100% see, but also, it's hard not to get angry and be passionate about it. Like, victories are really satisfying. People fucking up is super aggravating, even though you don't know what's
Goals are satisfying to do when they're good. They're a special kind of satisfying if they're the most janky thing in the world. For a long time, I only ever scored goals on the most silly of circumstances, where it like bounce off the post and hit the back of his defender's leg or something. And I'd be like, this is, or like the keeper would like get the ball, but it would fall out of his hands and roll by or something stupid. Like all sorts of silly things like that would be like the only way I would score before for a long time, and it was really amusing.
Dude, there's nothing like a good mold to FIFA and a good like passionate spree of FIFA. Like I say, never been so angry at a video game in my life.
There's nothing like being in the 90th minute and taking a red card for sliding someone from behind because they're on a breakaway.
Oh, dude, that's my favorite thing. Literally, I have a friend who literally, if it turns the 60th minute and we're down 2-0, his only button becomes the square button. He is just sliding every fucker he sees. He's like, I don't want to play anymore, so he's just like gonna go out in the most passionate way possible. I'm just sliding every fucker he sees. It's just like, FIFA is another breed of multiplayer game.
Yeah.
But I respect it a lot more after playing it. But still, why do they make one every year? It is the same fucking game every time, guys.
Yeah, I wish it would switch to like a just update. But too many people buy it every year is why they won't do that.
True. Oh well. All right. Well, if we're talking about casual games, let's go with like the other like extremely casual video game online experience. Let's go for Grand Theft Auto 5. GTA Online is quite possibly the biggest nothing multiplayer experience you will ever experience, dude. There is fuck all to do in GTA Online other than grind and piss people off, and it is a beautiful experience. If you have friends to play GTA Online, I can 100% see you being a solo Andy, right? You just going in by yourself and going, oh, I want to see what GTA Online's all about. Spawning in, watching everybody kill you instantly, everyone be toxic. Why are there flying DeLoreans in the sky? What do? I'm turning this game off. But there's something about, especially if you got in early enough, when the PS4 version came out, within like a year, there's something like really special about GTA Online that I've never experienced in other games, where it is just you and your friends it's genuinely just piss about simulator, where it is just, hey, let's just cruise down. Let's just cruise down the motorways, listening to non-stop pop for some reason, and just sing the same 10 songs that we've been singing for the past 5 years. It's like, why not? Or let's do the heists, which are very fun and very silly. There's just so many memorable moments. And it's just, there's so many moments where you think, oh, this is like a 1 in a million chance, but it's 100% scripted, but it feels unique and special. Like, for example, there's a mission in GTA Online where you're infiltrating a helicarrier, and then after you steal the jets, we turned the radio on and we just turned it to a random station, and Danger Zone was playing, which is obviously a famous song known for Top Gun. And we just thought, what are the fucking chances of that? That is sick. And we just did it. And then we realized after playing it like 5 or 6 times, if you go to that radio station every time you get in the engine, it's always Danger Zone that's playing. But it's just like those moments where it's like, it feels like it's special to you are like so prevalent in GTA Online. At the same time, talking about FIFA, it's the most toxic fucking environment to be in. The amount of people that will just kill you instantly as soon as you spawn in.
Never leave the game chat like unmuted in that.
Oh, 100%. Never use the game chat. Turn that shit off because it's disgusting. Don't ever listen to game chat in any video game. Tip for any multiplayer game: turn that shit off. Especially if you're a minority or a woman, don't fucking turn that chat on because you don't want to hear it. It's fucking tragic. You'd think in the year 2022 people would have grown up by now, but no. I feel like it's just a new generation of terrible people have just infiltrated the chats again. But, regardless, if you've just got a group of close friends that can play GTA Online with, it's an absolute blast. There's so much random stuff to do, whether it's just races. It's one of the best racing games I've ever played, to be honest. The amount of stupid tracks where you can just stunt jumps and parkour in the cars, it's a lot of fun. There's a lot to be said about GTA. If you have friends, and that's the caveat. If you don't have friends, it'd be a miserable time, and I wouldn't recommend it. Right. Do you want to do one more round, one more quick run through, and then call it?
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm starting to run out. Some of mine were set already.
Let's do it then. One more one, and you'll have to apologize for being a shorter episode because there was a whole other one that never happened. So think about this is the 3 hours of podcast. You just don't get to hear the first two. Think about that. Yeah. Anyway, Sam, go on. What's your last one that you've got for us?
All right. So we talked about malding in FIFA. So now it's time to talk about malding in Rocket League.
Right, that's a good one.
That's a good one,
because, holy moly, I put so many hours into Rocket League, and it's like one of the very few games that legitimately makes me very pissed off when I play it. Like, you guys know me, I don't usually get very mad when I play games unless I'm just, like, yelling at Ethan. But when I play Rocket League, it just brings out another beast in me, and I don't understand why. Like, it's just such a difficult game. Like, there are so many hard mechanics in Rocket League that makes it a really unique and fun game, but my god, is it difficult to be good at. So, but yeah, car soccer, man, it's a good time.
Yeah, I've never been able to get into Rocket League. I just can never. I've put so many hours into. I've put like 20, 30 hours into Rocket League, and I still can't get into it. It's just the controls are still. They're too like complicated, and what I mean by that is it's super easy to play that game, but the finesse and the precision that's needed for Rocket League is just too far up. Like the skill level's too high for me to comprehend.
Yeah,
that I'm just like, no, I don't want to play this. This makes me miserable. I'm not going to bother.
I played it for like a solid month or two back in. Was it 2015 when it came out and was like a plus launch? Yeah. So I played it then and had my fun there. I never got good at it or anything. Most of my goals were just turbo at the beginning, hit the ball first kind of thing, you know?
Oh, I did too. I platinumed the game on PS4 originally. It's probably like 20% of the trophies now of how much DLC they added, but
Yeah, they added so much stuff afterwards that I've only seen here and there because my friends got it on like their systems after they went multi-platform and added like the hockey and the basketball and all that stuff. I'm like, oh, this is neat and silly. This is a fun time. But yeah, Rocket League, I enjoyed it for the time I had with it, even though for the most part I was playing mostly against the CPUs.
Yeah, fair enough. I like to say, I think I owned like 3 copies of that video game before it went free to play.
Same here. Sad.
Yeah, but you played it, and I didn't. That's the difference. But no, still a good game regardless. Hunter, what's your last pick for today?
Oh, man. This one's going to sound really silly, but it's the last one I got here. Tetris 99.
Oh, hello.
Brings a new satisfaction to the game of Tetris.
That's one way of putting it.
Oh, man. So, Tetris in general is a game I've worked with real nicely because it's fun for me to just sometimes turn on a music playlist and disappear to the world for afternoon or a night or whatever. And Tetris 99 just setting me against other people and the satisfaction of knowing that I can beat them, is enough to entice me every now and then.
No.
This is something I've said about Fall Guys too, but as far as the Battle Royale kind of system, I think it's actually one of the better designed ones because you're always active in what you're doing in it instead of, with most of those shooters, you'll be hiding or looking for something to shoot.
Yeah. No.
That's not the case with Tetris. You're just playing Tetris and it happens to be against people and you send the garbage to them if you're quick about it.
Or if you're slow, you die instantly, like I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feels bad.
Good times.
No, not good times. Miserable times.
Oh man,
I hate Tetris
like
99 with a passion.
it was like a month or two ago at this point. I was playing it when they did the Kirby thing, and I was like playing to get the theme that they had, and I lost the first time. And then Ethan was talking smack, like, "Oh, would you get 24th? I can do that. Screw you." And so he turned the game on, and it became like an hour and a half of him suffering. Kyle was also there suffering with him.
I got 10th as my best in the end. I did get 10th.
Yeah.
Kyle didn't even get like top 30, if I remember correctly.
And the funniest part of all of that was he was talking the smack it was because I didn't win the first time. In my second attempt, I won that one and got the theme because winning gives you the theme instantly rather than having to grind the points. It was just really funny.
No, it was tragic. Awful video game. I hate Tetris 99. It's garbage, dude. It's absolute garbage.
I'm terrible at it too. I'm not good at Tetris at all.
It just doesn't click with some people, I guess. Like,
no, I'm perfectly fine with Tetris. I have no problems playing Tetris. It's specifically Tetris 99. I can't deal with other people fucking me in. I can't deal with it. I can happily play a game of Tetris by myself. I don't want all the other little Timmies fucking throwing their junk on my area, me just shrugging and going, guess I'll die. Because they all come at once. It's not like, oh, we'll just do a light sprinkling of junk. It's just like, here's 20 lines. Hope you can solve it in like 5 seconds. No pressure.
There's been so many times where, because oftentimes people won't be bothering me for a while, so I'll be pretty relaxed about letting my blocks get above like the half line, and then suddenly everyone targets me. It's like, whoops, you die. I'll be like, shoot. Then other times it's a special kind of satisfying to be like at the upper end of the screen and have like 6 people targeting you and manage to like work your way back down and be responsible for like 7 KOs.
Oh my gosh.
Just shaking my head, to be honest. No. I solely disagree. But no.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Well, we can disagree together, because my final pick is one that I don't want to mention, but I feel like I have to mention it because of how much I fucking played it. Call of Duty, dude. Just like, it's the most dude bro fucking, guys, let's grab a Mountain Dew, let's grab some Doritos, let's say something we shouldn't say on a online forum. But, I never had much of that because I never really played in public matches with the microphone on. Like, I did what you say, which is just mute everything instantly. So my kind of opinions of Call of Duty is there's none of that dude bro-ishness to it, really, because all I ever did was play with friends or play by myself. So I never really heard all of the terrible things that people said, or never really heard all of the abuse that was thrown down people's microphones in 2012, like everyone else heard that played Call of Duty Black Ops 2. But it was like, to me, Call of Duty was just always like a fun escape with friends. And some of my favorite moments, some of my favorite video game moments are in Call of Duty, whether it's in the zombies mode, which will always hold a special place in my heart as a co-op mode that I always enjoy. But even in the multiplayer, there's so many funny memories that I have with friends, which couldn't have happened in any other video game. Like, one of my favorite Call of Duty, surprisingly, is Advanced Warfare, which looks fucking Monka TOS now because obviously Kevin Spacey's in it, and you just look at it and you go,
"Oh, right, that one.
Oops, big mistake." But the multiplayer is so much fun, and the ranked mode was so much fun. There are so many memories that I have that are just ingrained into my head. Like, whether it was the time where we were playing ranked S&D, and my friend was the only person alive, and he spent 2 minutes trying to plant the bomb before he realized that he didn't have the bomb on him. So he was just sitting next to it, holding square, and he didn't realize. And because we were all in like game chat, we couldn't scream at him to fucking grab the bomb. He was just sitting there, just planting, and we were like, God damn it. It's just like, there are so many funny moments in that game that just genuinely, and just many Call of Duty matches and stuff like that, they just hold a special place. It was just a lot of fun with friends. And especially when you didn't have the public and the outside world creeping in, and you just played it with the only people that you knew. It was great fun.
Yeah, playing, like, I've played several of the versions just with friends too. I've never purchased one of them and probably won't ever, because at this point I still just say no when they offer to have me play when I'm hanging out with them. But years before it got super tedious, I would still be like, yeah, fine, give me a controller. And it would be its own special kind of amusing, because I'm the kind of person who would be like ballistic knifing people or just running at you and doing the regular knife thing, and it was terrifying for some of them because they didn't know how to respond.
Who needs a gun, man? I got a knife.
Yeah, essentially, like they're like, what's wrong? What do I do?
No, definitely. And it's just, yeah, there's a lot of pop-off moments, there's a lot of hype moments, like we mentioned with FIFA, like with Overwatch, but a lot of it is, it's just a lot of times memories make multiplayer games, because like the fundamentals are there, but a lot of the times it's the memories and the people that you play it with that also like kind of solidify it as like the reason that you really enjoy it. And a lot of that Call of Duty stuff is there. Like, most people are like, I can 100% see why people hate it, but also I just have stupid memories, like someone using a flying score streak and singing the Titanic theme as he misses every single enemy and dies. He's just crying because he like basically had a game-winning streak where it was hard for him to miss, so he was singing "My Heart Will Go On" as he killed everybody, and the only person he killed was himself, and the round ended, and you're just crying with laughter. It's just like there's memories of like that is like it's hard to not like have that be a memorable moment and just solidify in your head and be a good time regardless of what the game is and what the overall quality is. So I'll always have,
regardless of the fact that they don't stop making them.
Exactly. And trust me, I've bought like every card still to this day, but it's like they're all the same. But I still have fun with most of them regardless, especially if they have a zombies mode, because that shit's just fun time. But yeah, I guess with that, those are picks for some of our favourite multiplayer games. Did we miss anything that you love? Why don't you let us know? I can already tell. There are a couple of games that I would have mentioned, but I didn't mention. Stardew Valley is one of them. Great co-op game. Most kind of farming kind of sim games also like that. Pokemon, playing that with multiplayer with friends, probably a good one. I know a lot of people that like playing Showdown and stuff like that and just playing comp Pokemon against each other. A load of people did that.
Go exploded back in like 2016, mostly for the social element.
Yeah, very true. Very true. But there's tons of games that I probably could have mentioned that I completely completely vanished off the face of my memory. TF2 was probably one. If Kyle was here, he probably would have mentioned TF2. There are so many. Yeah. There are so many multiplayer games. So if we missed any, let us know what we should have said. I'm sure someone would have said Dark Souls as well, because there's always a fucking From fan in the comments. They're always in the shadows. Where's Dark Souls? Great multiplayer game. But yeah, let us know regardless. And I guess that's it. As always, our links are on screen right now. Did I fix them? Are they in a decent enough place? Nope. Close enough. Close enough. There you go. Oh, uh-oh. Stinky. No, that's terrible. It'll be fine. We'll live with it. Yeah. Better luck next time, guys. Just send it. Should I try it again? Did I fix it? Third time's the charm? That close enough. Close enough. Right. God. It's terrible. But yeah, if you want to keep to date, that's what you can do. Thanks for coming on the show, Sam. It's been fun.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on show back to back and then having one of them be dropped. But you know.
Yeah.
It's fun. You said you wanted to come back on, so you got two. It's just that one will never see the light of day.
Yeah, it was just a warm up.
Yeah. Exactly. And what a warm up it was. Regardless. Anyway, but if you don't want to keep up to date with us on the socials, that's cool too. You can go follow us on Twitter at HotGamersOnly. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/HotGamersOnly. And hey, if you don't want to look at our stupid faces, that's cool too. You can head to your favourite podcast service, search for Hot Gamers Only, or head to the link tree in the description where you can find us on podcast services like Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You name it, we're on it. Go and give us a follow, give us a rating, all that good stuff. I'm going to wrap it up quickly because this thing's got to go straight into production and out the door, so we got to have a quick turnaround on this one. So thank you ever so much for listening / watching this week. And yeah, we'll be back same time, same place next week for more. But yeah, until then, we'll see you next time. Bye.
See ya.
Toodaloo.